What's been the
And
challenge for a decade?
well, the first decade it was all work. We only have one child. That's all we could have. And then my job, I worked a lot of hours. She worked a lot of hours. And everything was fine. You know, we did our thing. Once I wasn't working all those hours, I slowly started realizing that, well, we don't know each other. So let's try and get to know each other. But in the process during that, there's been a lot of, I'll say, hurt that was done. I don't know how to put it, starting back 10 years ago with my mom. So she had cancer, and they only lived a few blocks away from us. So I'd get out of work, stop by, how are you, make sure they're good, because they were elderly. I'd say 4 days a week, I'd stop by and make sure mom and dad are doing all right. And one thing that hurt was my wife told me, either you come home or we're going to be done. And I go, well, hold on. I said, my mom's got cancer. Dad can't lift anything. I'm trying to help them and make sure that you guys are taken care of too. A few years later, I brought that back up and said, hey, I built resentment with this. And she said, well, I apologize to you. And I said, I don't know if you did or didn't. I don't remember. It still hurts me. And she says, I'm sorry. And I let that go. But then we started having conversations in general, because every day I'll pick up dinner that night, and then I end up cooking it, and then I clean it up, and then I'll ask her, I know you don't cook, but could you help me 2 days a week? Because she works from home. She's like, yeah, sure, no problem. No. On the days that she says she's going to help out, she maybe orders a pizza or goes out to eat. So that still leaves me with cleaning up and doing the chores and things of that nature. And she just doesn't engage.
The way you framed it to me just now makes it about dinner, but has nothing to do with dinner. You're keeping score. Time spent, dishes washed, dollars made. What you're asking her is, will you be all in this marriage? And the way it comes out, what your request is very veiled. And what she takes away from that, I'm guessing, is, can you take care of dinner twice a week? And she's like, yeah, I'll do that.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not what you're asking. What you're asking is, hey, I feel like I have 2 full-time jobs. I have a full-time job that I go to. I have a full-time job taking care of my dying parents. And I just get home and I see you've been working from home. You sit here and you're unplugged from our life. That's a different question than, can you do dinner twice a week? This isn't about communication as much as you don't like your wife and it doesn't sound like she likes you. That to me is the deeper issue here. Y'all aren't friends. Somebody doesn't ask their husband who's swinging by for 30 minutes on the way home from work to check on his dying mother to get your butt home, unless there's another context there, which is, my husband wants any excuse to not be present here. And I'm wondering if 10 years ago, she didn't have the words, the language, or the emotional maturity to say, I miss you. I feel like you're avoiding me. Is there something about me you don't like? The story I'm choosing to make up is, you'd rather be anywhere but next to me on this couch. And so maybe the next move, dude, is to say, hey, I love you, and I'm not doing a good job of communicating to you how much I want to hang out with you. Would you go talk to a marriage counselor with me so that I can learn some better tools?